Hi, I'm Ian Rignon, an independent alternative media practitioner, among other things. It's around 1:30 in the afternoon by the time I'm recording this, and it's a good time to have an iced coffee for This is a Brewed Banter. Yeah, I'm going iced coffee this time. Tara, kape tayo. Wouldn't you believe it? I had that iced coffee is a product of my cold brew concoction. I already had a second batch of cold brew coffee, and it's much tastier than the first batch. And that's just part cold brew coffee, some some water to dilute it, ice, and a bit of sugar to to make it tastier. So that's basically our drink for today. Now, the reason why I am recording this brood banter is to let you know my thoughts on the new lineup of Linkin Park. That band that shaped my childhood as well as that of some of my cousins and everyone else of my age bracket. I'm already 31, so that means basically everyone has everyone grew up with this band. So uh, on September 5th, 2024, Linkin Park made its very first performance after the death of their legendary vocalist Chester Bennington. What surprised many of the fans of the band and everyone else who has been into the rock and metal genre is the successor to Chester Bennington, at least for the co-vocalist role, because Mike Shinoda already said in that show that in the part of Chester Bennington is all of you, referring to everyone who saw them live during that show. Actually, it's also live streamed on Linkin Park's YouTube channel and on their website. So do check it out in the video description. And you know what? I just wanted to extend or I just wanted to expand on the short that I uploaded yesterday by the time of this recording. And I would just have to tell everyone that the new vocalist, or let's just say the successor to Chester, whose name is Emily Armstrong, nailed it right out the gate. I mean, she is in tremendous pressure. She's in tremendous pressure uh, to perform alongside Chester's bandmates, now her own bandmates. And you know what? She is no Chester Bennington. She will not replace him, and she does not intend to replace him. But instead, she, Mike, and the rest of the band is honoring Chester by moving forward and basically opening a new chapter of Linkin Park by their first ever single after a long while. And the title is The Emptiness Machine. I listened to the, let's just say, the studio version, and also watched the very first live performance during the live stream. And you know what? Emily's voice fits absolutely great in that track. So by that time, I told myself, okay, Now let's see um, how would she fare on the old Linkin Park songs. How would she perform on that? And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised on how she performed it. Sure, some of it was transposed so that the band could reach her voice level, but she made her own adjustments because some of the songs that they performed were also um, keyed to it was in the original key. I think of note were paper cut. Yeah, I think what I remember there is paper cut. They um they uh they had it on the original key, and you know what, she blended very much during the climax of the track when both her and Mike blended voices. And you know what, she blended voices with Mike um during the whole show. You know, uh it also goes to say that uh Emily also uh had some kind of bad takes in the past, and it's absolutely a can of worms. But the TLDR is she was involved in the Church of Scientology, and the worst part is that she supported a fellow Scientologist who eventually was found guilty of very bad stuff to other people. I think it's SA related, or if it's not SA, outright. And everyone was blasting Emily out of it. And but you know what? To her credit, I just read uh, a statement from Emily saying that she disavowed, or she not really disavowed, but she regretted that decision of hers from a while back, and she definitely regretted that decision. So I guess credit where credit is due. On another note, there are people who are still mourning the loss of Chester, and understandably so. I myself am mourning, or I'm still grieving that Chester is no longer with us, but so does Mike. But so does the rest of the band. But so does Rob, their former drummer, who left the band on his own accord. No ill, no ill feelings. He just doesn't want to perform with Linkin Park anymore, and I absolutely respect that. The rest of the band absolutely respects that, and you know what? Rob left in good terms with Linkin Park. So it's not only Emily who is the new member of the band. There's also the drummer named Colin Britton. I'm not sure of the name, but yeah. Um, but as I was saying, I was massively sidetracked. Um, you know, everyone's still mourning the loss of Chester, and Emily herself still grieves the fact that she has to succeed Chester in the co-vocalist role alongside Mike. She does not want to replace Chester. I understand that that's not her intention at all. It's not her intention at all to replace Chester, but to honor his legacy. And honor his legacy she did. I also read a snippet of the interview of an interview with the band, which I shared on X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. I'm also there at Intrepid Ian Reunion without the E and the I in in the middle and end portion of the Twitter handle. So that's Intrepid without the E and I, but the I in the beginning is still there. I'll It's also linked in the description below as always. And I I was just surprised that Emily Armstrong is also a Linkin Park fan. And from what I read on that post on X or Twitter, she actually was a fangirl of Linkin Park, and she really wanted to perform one step closer. The track the link the, that famous Linkin Park track where Chester once screamed at the top of his lungs, "Shut up when I'm talking to you!" Yeah, yeah, shut up when I'm talking to you. And you know what? She really wanted to scream from the top of her lungs that song. And she did it justice in her first live show this week. So I dare everyone who is not really happy with the band's decision to have Emily on board to tell me why I'm wrong in the comment section. Because when I heard her scream, "Shut up when I'm talking to you," when the band performed One Step Closer, she nailed it. She absolutely nailed it. And as every sensible Linkin Park fan always say after the fact, Emily is not, I repeat, not replacing Chester. She succeeds Chester, yes, technically, but she honors the legacy of Chester Bennington. Mike, and the rest of the band is honoring Chester by moving forward. It's as if Chester himself wanted the band to make more music, and you know what? Changed my mind. Emily Armstrong made Chester proud. Changed my mind. Because, in my personal opinion, she did made Chester proud. And wherever he is, he has been screaming from the top of his lungs, cheering the band on. I mean, he would have, if he was still with us, he would have done that. Wherever he is right now, I'm pretty sure he has been cheering that performance with Emily with the band. Now, Emily did not specify if she would leave her own band named Dead Sarah, and a lot of Linkin Park fans have been researching and listening to some old Dead Sarah songs after it was announced that Emily is now a co-vocalist for Linkin Park alongside Mike. And I was not disappointed when I see Linkin Park fans in the comment section. That's all I can say about that. But needless to say, there will be some kind of speculation regarding Dead Sarah and Linkin Park. Since Emily is still involved with both bands, she has two. I think she has two options. One, um, she would convince her old bandmates to tour with Linkin Park on their From Zero tour as one of the side acts, or perhaps I don't I don't want to be cruel to with Emily, but maybe back to back with her band. But I guess that's impractical. So I guess the second option is to convince her old bandmates and her new bandmates to collaborate or to make music together some kind of a super group that is hinged on Emily. Maybe she can convince Mike Shinoda to perform with Dead Sarah, or she can convince her bandmates to um, have a song together with Linkin Park, or have an album. Maybe that would be a great thing. Either way, I wish Emily all the best as uh she joins Linkin Park in their new chapter while honoring the legacy of Chester Bennington. And so I raise a toast to the band, to Dead Sarah, to Linkin Park, and most especially to Emily Armstrong, to Mike Shinoda, and yes, to Chester Bennington. Because even though he's no longer with us, his spirit remains with the band, and both Mike and Emily are honoring his legacy by uh, making sure that the show went on, because the show must go on. And I believe Chester would have liked that. Chester would have loved that. And he is pretty much pleased that his bandmates moved forward even though he's no longer with us. So this is for all of you, and thank you for that great show. I'm looking forward to all of the other stuff, all of the other material, and the new album called From Zero that will be released on November 15 this year. So, that said, rest in peace, Chester, and more power to Linkin Park, to Mike, to Emily, and the rest of the band. Cheers. Well, yeah. Cold brew is very much fun to drink. So, yeah. I'll just finish this and upload this video so that you can share in the comments section below your thoughts about Emily Armstrong and her involvement now with Linkin Park. So with all that said, this is Intrepid Ian Reunion reminding you to at all times be the salt of the earth and the light of the world. Until then, look alive, stay alive, be kind to yourself and to each other. Rock on if you're a rock fan or a heavy metal fan. And yeah, keep listening, keep singing, and as always, thank you for watching. From here in the kitchen in Intrepid HQ, see you next time. Ian out.